What is up, everybody? Jacob here, and we're back with another video. In today's video, I want to do something a little different. Haven't done this in the past couple of videos that I've posted. I know I haven't really put out that many videos. Channel's kind of new, but I guess we're getting there. But in this video, I had a comment on one of my other videos, and I'm not making this video to bash anybody. I wanted to make this video for maybe some of the newer guys that aren't too familiar or maybe have questions about things like a blend manifold or a metering valve, or how to set a blend manifold up, different things like that, kind of ways that you can maybe save some money, potentially make it a little more budget friendly, especially if you're just starting out, because if you're just starting out in this industry, it can be a hassle. There's a lot of hoses and a lot of fittings and a lot of things that go into it. The whole time that you're having to worry about learning all of that, you're trying to figure out how the best way is that you can market your business, which I have pretty much found this $100,000 blueprint that I'll link in the description and the comment section below. If you want to go check that out, it's a very simple way. Pretty much shows you step for step how you can scale your business to 100,000 in your first year. It's definitely something worth checking out, especially for you newer guys that maybe haven't figured out the marketing side of things yet. Yes, you have to spend a little bit of money, but you got to spend money to make money. And if you've never been in business for yourself before, it's probably best that you learn that sooner than later, for sure, because right now we're dealing with having a storefront, trying to stock that, plus pay for all those bills. It's basically like having a third or fourth person that we're paying bills for, plus me and Kale, my business partner, all of our bills, and we have a helper as well that we pay, every week. So we have a lot of expenses that are coming out from week to week. But at the same time, we do spend a lot of money on parts and upgrading equipment and different things like that. So not all of our money goes straight to our bills and stuff like that. We do make some money, but we do put a lot of money back into our business, which is the best way to do it. While you're worrying about all that, if you don't want to have to worry about funding your business or a way to pay your bills, you're going to have to spend a little money up front. Word of mouth is a huge friend in the beginning. Everybody's kind of learning that you're doing this. You're able to go talk to friends and family and push that side of things. But at the same time, eventually it will start slowing down. You will start running out of people to reach to. And then that's whenever something like the $100,000 blueprint that is in the description and the comment section below becomes that new best friend for your business. So be sure to go check that out if you haven't done so already. But back to what I was saying, if you're fresh, I wanted to make a video on this comment that I did receive on the how to build a blend manifold video that I made a couple months ago. Okay, so a little backstory of the video. If you haven't seen it yet, I will link the video below, but a little short summary of the video, putting together a blend manifold, with a poly block. It was a 3/4 manifold that we were building out. We went ahead, used a 1/2-inch metering valve for the surfactant, 3/4 metering valve for his chemical, and then we just used like a regular PVC ball valve from Lowe's or somewhere like that on the water side. And reason being is, at least in our experience, I could be wrong for some people out there, but if I am wrong, then I want to know what you're cleaning, because you should never need, even if you're buying bleach at a 10.5%, that's the most common percentage, at least in our area, that you're going to buy bleach at. You can get 12.5, you can get 15 if you want, but all that's like a special order. The most easy accessible is 10.5% chlorine or bleach from like a pool company or something like that, or if you have somebody like us who actually distributes to the local guys in our area. We sell it at the Pro Wash store in Gonzales, Louisiana. If you're in the area, come check us out. You're never going to need anything more than what you're capable of achieving with your water wide open. So even if that means that you're cutting your chemical wide open and you're achieving maybe like a 5.25%, if you want to get technical with it, there really isn't anything that you're going to be cleaning that shouldn't clean up. Am I saying it's going to dissipate as soon as you coat it with that first coat? No, not always, especially on like some of these shingle roofs, or if you're pre-treating concrete and it's real bad, or it's got a lot of aggregate in the concrete, then yeah, I mean, it may take a few coats to get it to clean up all the way, or get the streaks to come completely out of the concrete after you surface clean it. But we have never come across any issues or any circumstances where we have required more than a 5.25% mix. And the only way to achieve that is if you're able to meter your water as well. So this guy's comment that he commented on the video was that, and I'm gonna just read it off as he typed it. I don't know specifically what part of the video he, decided to type this up at, but he said, quote, "That is not totally true. Yes, the water is wide open with the max bleach is 6%, but you can adjust the water down to increase the percent of the bleach." Okay, again, I'm not on here to bash you. If you watch this, Recon 77, if you watch this, I'm not on here to bash you. I'm trying to teach the people that may not know something. So if you see this video, I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the idea for the video. And yes, you are 100% right. You cannot achieve a higher bleach mix than if you're running a 10.5%, if you're running a 10.5% strength bleach, you can't achieve anything over like a 5 or a 6%, in between there somewhere, with a regular water valve, because you're not able to meter your water back. If you're able to cut your water back and meter it like you can your chemical side, then yeah, absolutely, you can achieve all the way up, anything in between a 10.5 and a 5 or a 6%. You can achieve those 7, 8, 9% mixes. You can't achieve that if your water is staying open 100% of the time. Now, back to my point, I don't really know what you're cleaning at that. So if you see this video, please comment on this video and let me know when you have ever really needed that strength of bleach to get it to clean up. Like I said, unless you're just going through and smoking everybody's shingle roofs with 8% bleach mix, then there is no reason, at least in my 5 years of experience, that you would ever need anything above a 5 or a 6% bleach mix. You will start tearing up more stuff than you're going to do good, and it's definitely not worth it. So for you newer guys out there, if you want a cheaper way to actually build out a blend manifold, if you want to order a 1 metering valve or 2 metering valves, if running surfactant is something that you're interested in the beginning, and you're looking for a way to build out a cheaper manifold than maybe ordering from one of these bigger companies online or something like that, then you can absolutely go with a regular PVC ball valve on your water side, as long as it's the same size. So 3/4, if you're running 3/4 plumbing, you want 3/4 on your water side, as well as 3/4 metering valve on your chemical side. As long as they're the same size, you won't have any issues pulling a strong enough bleach with that single metering valve on the chemical side. And you can leave your water wide open. That way, you don't ever have to really touch your water side. It keeps it easy. If most metering valves show between like a 1 to a 6% actually on the dial where the sticker is, or they'll show something like a 0 to 100, something like that. 100 being, the max strength that you can get. So like a 6% or something like that if your water's wide open all the time. So it keeps things, in my opinion, more simple. You can save around $150 to $160 on a metering valve that you don't necessarily have to clean up anything, that we're going to be cleaning if you are running a soft wash system and a pressure washing rig and just doing regular, day-to-day exterior cleaning. In our experience, it doesn't really matter whether you're running commercial jobs, residential jobs, even industrial jobs. We've done hundreds of thousands of dollars, not recently, over the past 4 or 5 years in the industrial world, and we've never ever required anything over a 5 or a 6% bleach mix. And that's like the max that, we wouldn't go any hotter than that even if we could. And most of the time, even on the industrial side of things, most of them places don't even allow you to actually use bleach if you're working inside one of the process areas. So within one of the units of the actual plant or refinery. They don't even allow you to use bleach. We've had multiple jobs that we've done where we were only able to use strictly water. So like we did some TPO roofs on some substations in one of the local refineries in our area, and it was inside one of the units within the plant, and we weren't able to actually use bleach to pre-treat all of the TPO roofs. So we had to pre-wet everything with water to try to loosen up what we could, and then we just dialed the pressure on, we just dialed the throttle down on the pressure washer, and we were able to run with the surface cleaner, but it took probably 3 times as long if we were able to use bleach. But even in that circumstance, if we were able to use bleach, we probably would have treated it with around a 3% mix. And you know, you're still going to have your spots that it doesn't clean as much as it does in other areas, but all you got to do is, if you absolutely have to, especially if you're surface cleaning concrete or something like that, if you have to retreat it, or if you want to retreat it with the same mix 90% of the time, and you're going to be fine. You're not going to get through the job any faster if you're running a 9% mix versus if you're running a 5 or a 6% mix, pretty much on any surface. So just wanted to make this quick video. If you like this comment review, please leave a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments below that you want to see more of these reviews. Go check out that first link in the comment section in the description. That will substantially grow your business at a rate that you may not even be able to keep up with. I know it has for us in the past. So definitely from personal experience, please go check that out if you're looking to grow in this industry. It is a game changer and the ultimate cheat code to a 6-figure a year business within your first year. Like I said, it's a couple $100, but you got to spend money to make money, baby. So until next time, my name is Jacob, and as always, y'all stay happy, humble, and money hungry.